Thanks for making time for me. And, I want people to know this as we're starting this interview because technically we're about 15 minutes late, but there is a good reason why. Why were we late to start this interview? What was going on with you, my friend?
Yeah, I had to load in the legendary venue, the El Mocambo, because we're having a showcase tonight with Lemmon Stage and Snareguy Records, featuring my band also is on the bill, Revive the Rose. So I'm very excited tonight. It's going to be a party, but that is why I was 15 minutes late, but all in rock and roll.
All it is, man. I mean, how does it feel being part of not just a legendary venue, but also the fact the Lemon Stage that's setting the precedent of artists across Canada to showcase their talent? How's it feel being part of this combination?
Yeah, you know what, man? It's honestly just like a huge honor and blessing because I don't know. I come from a small town, and I always had I always have big visions. Hopefully, and I've been very blessed and lucky to meet such incredible people that see community the way I do, and want to create more music culture and equality in the music industry. And I the list goes on as to like just how thankful I am just for being a part of this. Like, there's so many incredible teams involved with what's going on tonight, and Lemmon, they've done some incredible things in the past too, especially with Warp Tour back in the day. Like, they had their own stage just for up and coming artists. Like, and it's super cool just like to see where they came from and what I'm trying to do too, and come together and create something special.
What's the showcase going to be like? I mean, don't tell us everything, but can you give us a little hint on what the show's going to be like?
Tonight's show is going to be very zesty and diverse. I know my band personally, Revive the Rose, we're kind of a rock and roll band, but then we have headlining with us the Free Label, who are like kind of like funky rock and roll vibe, and we got Gravely James, who's a blues folk rock artist, and then we have Cigar Club, who's totally like grunge. So it's just overall, it's a good vibe for the bill tonight. Everyone's gonna have a great time, but they're also getting a new flavor per set, which I think is super important in my opinion. It's not. I don't like to pigeonhole bills too often, so I like to create an experience. So
I love that, man. Look, I want to talk a little bit about the band because you guys are from Niagara Falls, but I got to ask you something. Was it? Four guys, right?
technically four guys, but five live. We got to throw in
Okay,
live.
five live. How do five guys and I say this respect, man, a dude like yourself who looks like who could be a school teacher or the guy who's gardening on the weekend or whatever, how do you guys have a big arena sound like you do where like you guys can fill up like a stadium just with the energy and the sound and the music that you have? How the hell do you guys pull that off?
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate the compliment. First of all, uh, yeah, I know. You know what? I honestly, I'm gonna have to say it's our friendship as a band. We're all best friends, and we consider each other like family, and I think that's been a core focus as to the band's kind of like I don't want to say image, but also just kind of like how we present ourselves, and we've just kind of like are always honest and straightforward, and we put like the same energy we would into hanging out and our music to what our to what our sound ends up being, I guess. So if that makes any sense, man, I just think just because we're all so excited all the time to be with each other, I think that all just translates into what we're creating, and then it explodes. It's like a party vibe.
How did you guys get together?
So yeah, it's a funny story. I actually it's not that funny, but it's cool. I went to high school with my guitar player Peter, and we actually did not even really hang out. We jammed one time in grade 12, and that was just to play the song "In Bloom" by Nirvana, and we were like, okay, that was sick. And then like a year later, I was in another band before, but it was on its way out. Like, everyone was kind of branching off to do their own thing, and yeah, and then I reached out to Pete. I'm like, Pete, I got these rock and roll tunes I've been working on, man. You want to jam some of them? And he's like, yeah, send them to me and I'll learn them. And at that time, I was also just entering college. I went to Mohawk College for 1 year to do jazz. And I met Matt, my other guitar player, and we were both honestly like, we like jazz music, but we were just kind of sick of like jamming jazz at the time. It was just like too much. And it was just very scripted. We just kind of wanted to let loose a little. So I'm like, hey, man, like, let's go to the practice room, let's play some Zeppelin. And then he drops on me that he's also from Niagara. So I'm like, dude, I need a guy like in my band. We're looking for like another guitar player. So invited him out, and here we are, man. We're here today, still going since 2014. So
I love it, man. Music wise, like I said, you guys have an arena sound, but what do you like to tell in your stories through your music? It sounds like a lot of fun.
yeah, and we're guys that don't overthink too much, but we like to keep things pretty simple, but like also bold at the same time. We don't I feel like we just kind of speak what's on our mind, and I don't think we get too analytical about it, but yeah, we just kind of we just write what's on our mind, and we kind of go from there, and we just try to make sure it's always a good hook, and also it contains shreds at the same time. Good both.
People say that you guys have a southern sound. Can we say you have a Canadian southern sound?
I would say so. I mean, we're from a small town in Canada, and we do all the small town things. So we got that vibe, and we grew up with that music. We love the trues, we love the hip, and I think that's a big inspiration on us, along with the '90s era of just everything grunge and punk rock. So I think it all comes beautifully together with can rock and like punk rock. I think that's what makes us really unique too. We hit hard, and we're fun.
But dude, where'd you get that voice from, man? Where the hell did you get that voice from?
I'm not a doctor, but my mom I come from a very musical family, so I was always very inspired. My mom's actually a Broadway singer, and she was,
That explains it.
so I used to watch her just like play sold out theaters, and I would sell her CDs for her, and her and my dad playing a wedding band together. My dad was a high school music teacher, and he played sax.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's pretty awesome. My brother plays guitar too, but he moved on to make video games for a living. So,
hey, the talent's still there, man. What about music? Is there an EP album? What's going on right now, release wise?
yeah, man, yeah, we just released an EP called Heartless Place EP, and we put it out on December 31st, just because the whole year is essentially a write-off as just a fully structured release plan. So just for jokes, we put it on the very last day of 2021, but it's going really well. People are loving it, and we're going to tour it heavily. We're touring with a big band that just blew up over the pandemic on TikTok called Adam and the Metal Hawks. So we're very excited to tour with those guys. And yeah, we're going to play our new tunes with all these new people that are coming to see us. So
And fantastic. And other shows coming up too?
yeah. So besides that tour, we just played with the Trues actually like 2 weeks ago. That was awesome.
Nice.
And we're playing Brampton. We're making our Brampton debut, I think, in 2 weeks. We're playing Montreal. We're playing a baseball game in Niagara, so that's going to be exciting. Yeah, lots of tour dates on the way, though. I think we got about 30 shows planned for the year.
All right, brother. Look, I don't want to ruin your rehearsal or anything else like that, man, and your setup. So I'm going to let you go. Have a great show tonight because it's the place to be, man, when you want to hear what true rock sound is like, and especially with a band like yours and a voice like yours. Have a great show. Hoping at some point in time you and I run into each other in person and the rest of the guys. I'd love to do a one-on-one interview with you guys, but have a great show tonight, man. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to meet you, Rudy. And yeah, I hope we can encounter each other soon in real life and chill out, talk some music.